I am Beardmohbox, and I made a video looking at the huge leaps some of the best players in the league today have made since Madden 12. Now in the comments I came across some good suggestions for another video, so credit to these guys as I wouldn't have had this idea on my own. Now you may feel like you've already seen this video, and that's because maybe some of you have. I uploaded this earlier today. Realised I missed a couple of key people that really were worth mentioning. Some of them were suggested by people in the comments straight away, so to those I give the credit. I took it down straight away, and now this is it with a few more players, but I thought it's not worth making this video if I'm not going to have all the people that should be in it, so I took it down, remade it, added a couple of people and put it straight back up again, and this is what you're seeing now. In this video we're looking for players that used to be rated highly in Madden 12 and have declined since. There's nothing special I'm looking for, whether it's because they were just bad, injuries, age, I don't care, they all count. If you were great in Madden 12 and no longer are, you make the list. So there's no better place to start than with the belle of the ball, our Madden 12 cover star Peyton Hillis, rocking a 91 overall, which I think was already a bit much considering he only rushed for 1,100 yards, which was 11th in the league, 11 touchdowns, which was tied for 6th with 2 other guys, and he fumbled the ball 8 times that year, which was good for the league lead. After that season he rushed for 1,200 yards for 4 different teams. So what did he look like before disappearing off Madden for good? Well, his last appearance was on Madden 15 and he was down at an overall which suits him much better, 72. The world has a way of correcting itself in the end. So the next 4 guys that I'm mentioning here are all guys that I forgot to mention the first time. Now Vick, of course, a 93 overall here in Madden 12, really struggled with injuries the whole time, never played a full 16 games. Since then was already 31, so age factors in too, but 93 down to 75 today in Madden 16. So Vick from the heights of 93 down to 75, similar drop to a lot of these players. 35 years old, you can't blame him, but like I said, if you drop, you make the list. Next up, Chris Johnson. Of course, he's pretty much been on a decline ever since his 2,000 yard season. Here he is with a 96 overall, the 99 speed. You know, his speed doesn't drop too much. In Madden 16, he has a 78 overall, so quite a bit lower, but still 93 speed. And of course, he did have a resurgence here with the Cardinals this year, and this stat is the end of season stat, so he may have been even lower at the start of Madden 16. Next up after Johnson we have John Beeson, and John Beeson may have been one of the top 3 linebackers in the league when he was at his height. Then he had some awful ACL injuries and the like. Now he's down at a 78, so it really was injuries for John Beeson. He did retire this year, I believe. So everything went wrong for him after those injuries, but that's a big drop from 97 to 78. Now with Ray Rice, forget his personal issues, although obviously they would be worth mentioning in the decline of a player, but he started declining on the field before any of this happened as well. His final season, a 3.1 yard average per carry, when the season before he had 4.4. Nowadays he's a free agent, a 79 overall. That's from 92. That's a big drop. And the reason he's not in the league anymore isn't because of how good he is or not, it's of course because of what he did. I think someone at EA is a Bucks fan that used to be excited about the potential of Freeman and now hates his guts. On Madden 12 he was overrated at 87, but to be fair he had just had a decent year, and nowadays the poor guy can't even get into the 70s. It's even worse when you see some of the other quarterbacks later on in this video that aren't even that bad. To be fair to Woodley, health is the main reason for his decline, but that doesn't change the fact he has a much lower overall now. I didn't expect to find too many guys rated in the 90s that I could include, but I found some, and Woodley is one of them. 93 in Madden 12, 75 in Madden 16. I don't know exactly what happened to Dwayne Bowe, but I'm pretty sure we can blame him. If you're healthy and can't get a starting spot on the Browns roster last year, you're doing something wrong. Bowe's career gradually declined since Madden 12 to the low of 5 receptions last year and his release this March. All that earned him an overall of 76, and considering he couldn't even make the depth chart most of the time last year, Madden's being kind. Nnamdi Adams, the highest rated player in this video on Madden 12, and I can't recount how many interceptions I threw to him in franchise mode on Madden 11 and 12, but it was no small number. Asamoah, of course, was a member of the Eagles' Dream Team flops, and sure, there were plenty of reasons why he struggled there, but the point is he struggled. After allowing 1 touchdown in his last 3 years with the Raiders, he allowed 9 in 2 years with the Eagles. He ended his career with an 83 overall on Madden. Not that bad, but to be fair, quite the drop from 98. Kevin Kolb isn't here as much for the decline, but rather his journey. Now Cardinals fans, I'm only bringing this up because you guys are set now. It's all in the past, you have a great roster, it's not a problem anymore. 84 rated Kolb was hot property for a QB needy team, hence why the Cardinals sent Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie and a second rounder to the Eagles for him. Kolb repaid the faith by starting 14 games in 2 years and passing for a combined 3,100 yards, and with that his story was over. His last appearance was as a member of the Bills with an overall of 76. Not bad going for a guy who cost a franchise a whole lot for a whole lot of nothing. Hakeem Nicks was the go-to guy there for a couple of years in New York, but he soon declined. Cruz obviously replaced him as the number 1, and since then his production has never been the same. From an impressive 89 overall in Madden 12, he now has an overall of 77 on Madden 16. Barrett Ruud was one of the few good veterans on a very young and very fun to use Tampa Bay Buccaneers team on Madden 12. However, he didn't stay at 86 long. At the beginning of Madden 13 he was a 78 overall, and by the end he was a 75. A lot of guys on that team didn't get on too well afterwards. Nothing that bad happened to Kyle Orton overall wise after Madden 12, and he was never that great anyway at 82. The only reason he makes the list is because this was the year he was surpassed by Tim Tebow, starting his journey through different teams, and then he finished his career as a 78 overall for the Bills. 4 isn't a bad drop, but he lost his job to Tim Tebow. Alright, listen, I didn't know whether I should include this one or not. It is kind of in poor taste, and Madden 12 wasn't even the last game he appeared on anyway. However, where is he now? Here. Don't murder people, kids. Madden 12 was also the last game for a few legends, and I thought I'd include them here at the end. We have LaDainian Tomlinson, Brian Dawkins, Donovan McNabb, Hines Ward and Jason Taylor, who played for the Dolphins that year, but Madden be stupid. There definitely were a couple of good ones here, and of course Peyton Hillis was the poster boy. What I like so much about looking at Madden 12 rosters is the fact that there were so many teams back then that were struggling to fill holes on their rosters that are now among the best in the league. I don't think there's any teams in Madden 12 that were significantly better than they are now. It's nice to look back and knowing it gets better. Hey, welcome to my end slate, a great place to watch another video or subscribe. Clicking on the video will send you to the previous video. Revolutionary, am I right? And clicking on my face lets you subscribe. I wonder how I came up with such a flawless system. Self-promotion aside, I do hope you enjoyed this video.